of 1 to soil my trousers violently, how concerned should I be about this whole rift situation?
Agent, I have a message for you. On behalf of the Order of the Ascendant and her impermeable wisdom, the presiding bishop Ruth Bassar, welcome to Laplace's garden. The presiding bishop is presently indisposed, but I've been instructed to direct you to the Artificer Laureate for whatever pressing matter has brought you to the garden. She's working in Belvedere Hall's secondary courtyard. Enter the large building at the top of the mesa ahead and follow the first hall on your right. Oh no, not at all. The presiding bishop routinely spends time in a sensory deprivation chamber to hone her mental faculties. Of course, she does seem to be logging more hours in the chamber of late, but I'm certain that's all part of the plan. The rest of the Laureate Council is capable of managing affairs while the presiding bishop is occupied. Really, it's no reason for concern. Nothing in the garden is. Look around you. I don't see a battlefield. Do you? I'm quite sure I don't know what refugees you're referring to. I fear our conversation has drifted from its central thesis. Can I help answer any other queries for you? Belvedere Hall used to serve primarily as the garden's hub for all manner of research, instruction, and study. A beacon on the hill of progress. Since the Order's forced dispossession of Spireton and the Archive, many spaces within the hall have been repurposed to serve as a temporary headquarters. Which is to say, please excuse our mess, we're still remodeling. The Artificer Laureate is head of the Department of Applied Scientism, overseeing the exemplars, or craftsmen, of our order. Weapons and technology... Oh, yes! The Vicar did ask me to direct you to him. May all your... did ask me to direct you to him. May all your...
Is it just me? Or does something seem... Oh, never mind.
The scientician surplus. No more than what you need.
Not watching.
Traveling at the velocity of light through the vacuum of space on our primary band, this is Grand Plan Wireless. Scientism. We hope this transmission finds you industrious. Esteemed colleagues on Cloister, might we take a moment to draw your attention to Spirton? More than a bastion of scientism, Spirton sits at the Archive's doorstep. Whoever holds it is within spitting
Line up
proximity of
pockets.
controlling the entire analytical planetoid. Just a fact worth noting for the venturesome among you in these uncertain times.
In closing, a potentially incongruent word of advice. Invariably find a way to turn your negatives into positives.
And now, additional data and/or music determined to facilitate cognition. Avid followers of our predictive playlists are already aware of which song follows. Interested in receiving our weekly selection of mathematical clues?
What is with the anomalous
Visit
behavior?
your local predictive
Time for discounts.
Do not worry when things become complicated. Went to school and studied, then matriculated. There's no need for
Can't afford.
perplexity in the face of a source of large complexity. Complexity is partially imaginary. Complexity is partially imaginary.
Welcome to the Scientician Surplus. I am the scientician in question. Any inquiries about the stock may be directed to me.
We have tools to tame high-order equations.
It's there in the name. Surplus.
Problematic
Of course you would.
The concept is very scary. Complexity is partially imaginary. You can handle it if you stay very wary.
I'm cutting you off there, Charles. That's your third conviction today. People will start to worry. Welcome to the CAF integration point. Will it be caffeine or convictions today? Convictions are statements which promote personal and professional confidence and well-being, leading to 22 points. Interested?
Complexity
Before I can administer your conviction, I need to ask you a question. In what area of your life do you feel you need the most improvement? Personal or professional? Expand on that for me. You will not remain trapped in a state of ignorance for long. All the answers you seek will be revealed in time through hard work and dedication. Good. Never forget that you are a valuable factor in the universal equation and necessary to advancing the plan. Now then, a brief conversation is customary following the initial service. I haven't seen you around before. New project appointment? Must be an adjustment, all things considered. Earth Directorate? In Arcadia? That's rather anomalous. And I'd go as far as to say wholly unexpected. By all means, continue. I'm fascinated to learn the particulars of this little mission of yours. What can I say? I'm especially well read. Understood. Agent. You know, I'm actually nearing the end of my shift. If you're amenable to continuing our chat somewhere more private, I think we could both benefit. Right this way.
Line up pockets.
You must be curious why I asked for such a discreet rendezvous. Allow me to whet your appetite for intrigue a little further, shall I? I have adequate reason to believe the Order is conducting a mass experiment on the population of Laplace's garden. You might put down your proverbial hand once you hear the specifics. The Order is not cultivating its perfect, plan-abiding society through careful ideological pruning, as the laureates would have you believe. It's simple pharmacology. Put bluntly, they're regulating the emotions of everyone in Laplace's garden through drugs in the water supply. Why would the Order want to create a society of undistractable little academics whose only desire is to advance the plan? I wonder. One could make that argument, and obviously have. The Order claims the subjects here supposedly consented to participate, but it was begun prior to the schism with the Protectorate, so who's to say? Regardless, if the Order has made some kind of pharmaceutical breakthrough, imagine how useful it might be to certain parties to know about it in advance. I represent a group of information traders who would pay well to get their hands on a sample of this drug. Interested? So you've heard of us. Good. That makes this easier. My primary task has been to watch the Order. But I'm confident my superiors would agree. Physical proof is of far greater value than mere rumor. No. This is about control. Everything is. Most see this as a war of survival. But what everyone's really fighting for is control over the narrative. To be declared victor and have their vision for Arcadia deemed superior. It follows that a drug capable of suppressing discontent could also be used to suppress greater forms of resistance. That's all. All All you need to do is enter water reconditioning and collect a sample of the drug. I believe they call it perspective. Watch the guards patrol before making your way into the facility. If worst comes to worst, I wager Laureate Beckett also has a key. Lately, he's been sitting near the fountains, performing his silly little breathing. Whatever you do, be discreet. I can't have any laureates asking questions about me. Understood? Outside of work, I have, let's call it an alternative inventory. You'll have to pay, of course, and I'd like to offload some of this merchandise. Sounds like a win-win.
What a lamentable state of affairs. I remember the days when Laplace's garden lived up to its estimable purpose. Now look at it. The fountain in disrepair, pedagogy in the park, even the lights above our heads have winked out like stars taken down from the sky. Imagine if your life depended on a surgeon who was practically perfect. Such a qualifier might dilute your confidence then, Nevertheless, one must persist. The plan is good. The shadow of ignorance cannot withstand its light. We shall see. Oh, I couldn't say. This isn't my college, as it were. I'm a vicar. I tend to people's philosophical needs and leave the management of the guard. Oh, no? What a tremendous disappointment.
Our grounding station and charge.
Mind your truth table P's and Q's now.
Not watching.
Our electrical dispersion system is ingeniously adapted, reversing the system's polarity.
On a scale of 1 to 100, how pleased are you with the garden in its current... Such a qualifier might dilute your confidence then, Nevertheless, one must persist. The plan is good. The shadow of ignorance cannot withstand its light.
Current state. Please, try to capture your exact satisfaction to the nearest 10th integer.
Oh, 100? Certainly. That's the right answer, isn't it? I can show my math if you need. I'd really love to stay.
Determining the remainder of your stay in Laplace's garden is not the purpose of this survey, but your unprompted insecurity has been noted.
That is highly irresponsible.
Every day treating the same strains of abrasions. My tenure for a multifactorial disorder. The operating theater is not conducting viewing dissections at this. That is not an invitation to return to your study and perform exploratory surgery on yourself or a willing volunteer. Just to be clear, there is curiosity and there is recklessness. I've learned not to trust the younger, more inexperienced members of our order to know the difference. But I trust you are here for a reason other than to discuss scalpel-happy novices. Obviously. Do you think we drink unfiltered snow melt? I'm quite sure I have no knowledge of what you're talking about. Are you feeling all right? Paranoia can be an early symptom of several more serious diseases. Apologies. I have so little that meets the threshold of my expertise. But I should not. Is there anything else I can assist you with? That is best answer.
Can't afford.
That is not your property.
Every day. That is not an invitation to. There is curious, but I trust you are here for a reason, obviously. Do you think we drink unfiltered? Is there anything else I can. That is.
Not watching. Time for discounts. Line our pockets.
Strange to see all this vacant space after the overcrowding at Matriarch's Mercy. Plenty of room for refugees here, if only the Order administrants got their act together.
can't afford. Free to take.
How did your hypothesis about the flowers fare?
Exposing them to melodic sound waves on a consistent basis did affect improvements on their overall growth.
And you controlled for the amount of carbon dioxide expelled from your mouth during these musical sequences?
More testing may be required.
Not watching.
Lift access is currently restricted. Keep moving.
Hey! Only security personnel are permitted in this booth. Leave. At this time, residents of Laplace's garden are not permitted beyond this point.
Would be a prime number. And then what good are prime numbers? Wait, you ask, what good are prime numbers? Why would we want to find and use prime numbers? There are all kinds of abstract...
There you are. I was informed by Gertie you've agreed to help us reconvene negotiations. With your aid, Auntie's Choice and the Order will soon be rivals no longer. Just think of all we can accomplish if our two sides reject fractions. Remember, seek out ways to help both sides. Engender trust. Gertie and I will let you know when it's time to move forward. In the meantime, I might recommend you work on honing your oratory skills. Our presiding bishop and Auntie Cleo.
Its calculations be tainted by such. But if you strive to become a humanistics researcher, there are...
time for discounts. Can't afford.
The Chamber of Conflict Evaluation and Strategic Planning is currently off limits to non-essential order personnel.
No admittance without the Artificer Laureate's permission.
Line our pockets. Free to take.
Hello, stranger. Mercenary. Pleased to make your acquaintance. Any undue rage you note in my tone, I do so dearly love residing in a nest of traitors, waiting for them to capitulate, unable to aid my fellows at home. It is truly a wonderful feeling.
Yes, and mind your tone about the order, you mealy-mouthed yay-saying toady.
I can't muster the will to commentate one way or another. You're not order or antes, so call yourself what you please. Listen, you. The Protectorate does not do delegation. The Protectorate has a will that must be upheld. My presence here is a display of more faith than these fools deserve. Niceties are irrelevant, and likely detrimental to the task at hand. I am here to make the Order see the error of their ways. All other particulates are frivolous. I am not just anyone. The duty of a liaison is of the utmost importance, requiring due diligence and delicacy. Though I suppose it a mite strange that this task fell to me, as I'd urged which would now include the Protectorate at large. Madness. Slandering my beloved sovereign. Following that feckless consul. Makes my blood boil. We'll see this through yet. Hate is an inaccurate phrase. I find them arrogant and exasperating. I am here because the Sovereign has tasked me with bringing these wayward Unfortunately, my time here has taught me that only mass death has the power to change the... I've proudly served the Protectorate my whole life. Now look at it. Traitors from without, traitors from within. It's enough to make an old man despair. That consul, I never trusted that miserable bastard. His but my hands quaver with age, and the Sovereign has tasked me with my own duty.
Can't afford.
Detrimental to the task at hand. I am here to make the Order see the error of their ways. All other particulates are frivolous. I am not just anyone. Duty of a liaison is of the utmost
A visitor? It's for the best that you're talking to me now instead of mid-work. I do seem to have a slight propensity for stabbing randomly, but I suppose that's enough time spinning in the statements column. Speak away. What are you... Beckett. Another prediction that he hasn't seen fit to notify me about. If you're here, I imagine you aim to petition the presiding bishop for her support. Which is hardly a surprise. She is the most important individual in Arcadia. I'm glad we're in accord. The presiding bishop's leadership allows the Order to act in Arcadia's best interest. The corporate invaders will suck Arcadia of its resources and cast it to the wind. And the Protectorate are no better than machines. Moreover, once we solve the universal equation, it will benefit all of humanity. You, me, everyone. No more suffering, no more doubt. It is indeed a good deal, but we can return. There is a task of pivotal importance to the Order. As head of the Order's exemplars, it's my responsibility to assess whose aims upon Ruth may be malicious. Prove yourself to me first, then we may discuss the rest. I suppose it must not be as important that you gain the Order's aid as you so claimed. Otherwise, you surely... I understand my appearance. I did not intend to gain this role before I had sufficiently accrued wisdom. But I believe I was chosen for a reason. To hasten our path to ascend. One obstacle in that path is at the forefront of my mind. Cultists have come to infest Newton, an important Order heritage site. I have wanted them gone for months. Huh! Beckett wouldn't appreciate such. Newton's value is purely spiritual. It contains nothing of strategic value, nor is it a useful. I can, however, commit personal funds and personal favors to individuals ready to weigh the numbers on a journey to Newton. Eliminate the cultists to a person. Then we may speak of getting you an audience with Ruth. You're results-oriented. I can understand that. Fine. Expect a tangible reward on top of the... Newton contains the Six Pillars Chantry, which was one of the first temples founded after Arcadia's colonization. It's over 100 years old. The cultists are likely profaning it. But even if they aren't, I don't want them there. Our loss of Newton is symbolic. If we can't, I'll withhold my appreciation until this task is complete.
And the cultist Azza would be prudent prior to slaughtering her former associates.
Time for discounts.
Otherwise, you surely... I understand my appearance. I did not intend to gain this role before I had sufficiently accrued wisdom. But I believe I was chosen for a reason. To hasten our path to ascend. One obstacle in that path is at the forefront of my mind. Cultists have come to infest Newton, an important Order heritage site. I have wanted them gone for months.
Not watching. Line up pockets. to take.
Use caution as you progress. There's been reports of arthropods in the area. Aren't you the eccentric sort? Anomalous outliers.
Proceeding to attack. Check your scope for combatant analysis. Fighters are in the red, Commander.
Here, there's more.
Soldier, please assess your pain on a variable scale of 1 to 100, with 1 being entirely pain-free and 100 being the worst pain you can imagine.
There is
Now
far
watch
too much variability in that scale. The amount of pain I can imagine is hardly an objective measure of the maximum amount of pain I could actually feel.
Your observation is correct, which is a diagnostic in its own right. Now, if you were to indicate, using a scale of 0.4 to 12.7, how close you are to going into shock.
Sadly, that scale is entirely beyond my current comprehension, thus leading me to believe I am already in shock, and the question itself was the actual test.
Excellent. Our diagnostic is complete, and you should feel free to resume bemoaning your agony.
Can't afford.
you see these magnificent weapons? They have the greatest destructive potential the Protectorate can bring to bear. Tell me then, why should they not have been installed here?
Not mitigating that threat. Locking them down.
Free to take.
Yeah.
Do you see these magnificent weapons? They have the greatest destructive potential the Protectorate can bring to bear. Tell me then, why should they not have been installed here?
Not an issue of ammunition or targeting calculation capacity. Is it because of the low ambient temperature on Cloister?
Very astute. The ambient temperature is indeed below a critical threshold at all times, yet the Protectorate ignored our warnings repeatedly.
Instances like this, are they reason for the Great Schism?
Correct. At every turn we tried to guide them with logic and reason, but they could not see past their own hubris.
Not
Thank
watching.
the architect, we are no longer exposed to such wanton disregard for fire on decorum. Inappropriate weapon etiquette.
Can't afford.
Make them productive members of a true society. We should welcome them back, our former colleagues. Replace the empty promise of the paradigm with the verifiable veracity of the universal equation.
Now do carry on. And as always, anticipate and calculate.
Time for discounts.
Another object, just gone. Nothing good work with.
All the items we put into the rift, they've been Excuse me, I don't think you have the
It's fine, but don't get too close. You won't survive direct contact with the rift. Oh, damn it. Reverted to its previous state. Is it a failing of the device? Never failed? Hurry! Assistant, activate the monitoring equipment and take readings. Observe. On rare occasion, the plan provides two unknown variables simultaneously. Years of practical data gap, but again, it has reverted. Timing seems similar to the
Can't
last.
afford.
But is that indicative of the properties of the rift or of the device?
Time for discounts.
Hostilities are afoot. Taking the fight out of them. Torpification in Coming here without Azza lacks logic and sense.
Not watching.
This unit is now at maximum efficiency. The overall likelihood of the team's total annihilation have been greatly reduced. Current status. The Earth Directorate thanks you for your service in upgrading your Valerie unit. Reimbursement for parts and labor. Never clean your...
Line our pockets.
any colder, I'd be dead. And those Protectorate loudspeakers playing all night reminds me of sent into war. War!
Antis can't even direct their deployment of food drops properly. I suppose I better clean this mess up.
I heard they analyzed these in a lab months ago. They're almost pure sugar and artificial flavors with virtually no nutritional value.
I read that report, actually. I have a level 1 in chemistry, and I have no idea what most of the artificial compounds in it are. The lab techs refuse to even attempt to consume it.
Seriously? That definitely feels like a flaw in their methodology that someone should, rectify.
I can't go back out there. I feel like I'm going to succumb to panic.
All of you reinforcements from Laplace's garden are acting like scared little sprats. A life of luxury has weakened your resolve.
Sir, if you make me go out there, I fear I may tear my own eyeballs out. There's something not right with me. It's as if everything has become inexplicably wrong.
Your eyeballs, huh? One of the other Laplace reinforcements tried to rip his own skin off. What did they do to all of you up there?
I don't know who Auntie's Choice thinks they will convince with this poor quality propaganda. But I sure am grateful for the heat they provide.
Now watching.
You said it.
I feel confident those weak-minded crabble kissers in the Protectorate would help also.
A Garbutronic construct so powerful, it requires a planetary mass ice ball.
Just stay focused, keep your head down, breathe, recite pi to 1,000 digits to calm yourself.
Line our pockets.
What do you think those Protectorate subjects are doing over there?
Probably genuflecting to the Sovereign. Next poor fool who pops their head up will find themselves suddenly deceased.
You there. If you happen to be headed into Protectorate territory, can you keep your lamps open for my scouts? That squad should have reported back hours ago. You there. If you happen to be headed into Protectorate territory, can you keep your lamps open for my scouts? That squad should have reported back hours ago.
Free to take. Can't afford.
Do I hear hammering from the other stations?
Don't question it. Just be glad I brought a blowtorch. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Promoting.
Resorting to violence. Combatant scanned.
Standing by with life support.
Ready!
Adversary. Vulnerabilities identified.
Better than overtime!
Standing by to stupefy.
Hazard benefits!
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
For Gary!
Hey, you there. Hey, you there. I got a job that needs doing if you've got the time. It pays, of course. I need help finding some lost supplies. Of course. Wouldn't trust someone who takes a job without knowing about it first. It's like this. The dullards in orbit dropped a slew of pods in the wrong place. One of them has a critical crate of supplies in it. Find it and bring it back. Job's a simple one. Can't rightly figure what else needs jawing about. They botched it and dropped a whole mess of them, but I only need you to lay hands on the one. Missing parts for Auntie's Choice of standard infantry boots, sizes 6 to 14. Don't stress your brain pan over it, friend. Wouldn't go messing around with them if I was you anyhow. Leave them be. might be stuffed to the rafters with mantisaurs, and merciful law, there's no labels on the pods. Guess the faster delivery is like to be more profitable than waiting for some rube who'd make a proper mess of it. Right. You got yourself a deal, friend.
Time for discounts. Line our pockets. Free to take.
chronometer time limit exceeded.
Mobilizing. I have a fix on their weakness. Locking them down. Mitigating the threat. Let's rub and cry. Step aside. Swine. Oh, you risk. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Yeah. ratcheting up my aggression.
Taking cover.
Aggressor at hand. Either restore my life or avenge my death. Step weapons ready, Commander. Come back and scan.
All will pay! Where's our boss?
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
For Gary!
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
For Eddie!
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
My bag signals for inspection. I'm inclined to give chase. Better take a gander.
Yeah. Yeah.
my ship have not gone astray. I'm a good neighbor, I do all I can.
Yeah.
It's clear. Go, go, go! Thank the architect you're back. Hey, you're the one that rescued my scouts, right? Please, allow me to reward you for your effort. You have my gratitude for saving them. Please, take this.
Not watching.
Investigating hostile intentions.
Pass is off limits. Unwelcome guests will be ushered from existence promptly and without further ado. First, it was Auntie's choice, then the Protectorate. After that, some damned cultists. I don't even know what group you hullheads belong to. Don't care either. Your motivations are relatable to me in only the vaguest abstract form, if you possess any at all. Don't leave all full of anger now. Just leave. There's nothing even here anymore. If you're weirdly intent on dying for nothing, it's your life.
Resorted to violence.
This might sting. A lot. All of the rift.
Better than overtime. Benefits.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Boss.
Either restore my life or avenge my death. We have been done mitigating the threat.
Hazard benefits.
Wait, that's not who I'm thinking, is it? Marisol? Is that you? Get in here before any more of these hullheads show up. Yeah.
You're here. That is assuming you're not some sort of enigmatic mirage or baleful apparition.
Yes. Should be plenty of wonderfully dangerous.
I would never see you again. It's been what? 19 years? 20?
21 years, 5 months, 6 days. I've kept up on a few former colleagues.
A few? Right. You retain a different admirer in every port, I'm sure.
Yes. These are my colleagues. They assisted me in a matter regarding a conspiracy headed by a cabal. It was all rather involved. My identity became revealed after I'd been undercover for a considerable time.
You were flushed out? What other low-probability events have occurred since... Oh, wait, I'm being rude. Forgive my atrophied social graces. I shoot most of my visitors lately. I am Anaïs Bujold. Welcome to my backwater ramshackle abode.
Seer Anaïs Bujold.
No one's called me that in, well, you know exactly how long, apparently.
I'd realized this was a formal visit. I'd have worn my fancy killing clothes.
Charmed, I'm sure. So nice to see Marisol gaining such interesting friends. I was developing a means of sidestepping much of the presumed requirements to solve the universal equation, using a series of reasoned shortcuts and educated postulations, filling in certain blanks. Trillions. Theoretically, it would hurry the process along so it could be solved in our lifetime, but it was unorthodox, risky if taken too far. I knew the Council would judge it mathematical heresy, so I attempted to work in secret. Eventually, I was discovered, excommunicated, sent here.
Others facing similar charges were often transferred off-planet, then simply disappeared somewhere along the way.
Yes. Fortunately, someone interceded. "3 years I've sent them packing. Corporate leeches, brainwashed drones, whatever this shoddy little bunch is now. Think any had the slightest wit how difficult it would be to pack up 20 years of research? The sheer number of journals and binders? Why the Abakai alone? No. If they did, they would realize I am here to stay." Me? Like her? Oh, I'm no hard as nails and twice as sharp causality intercessor.
Former.
No, I'm practically untrained in the art of combat, at least compared to the endpoint over here. Yet, calculating range, adjusting for fall-off, atmospheric disturbance, and variance, all simply numbers, projections, trifling math, short work for a former seer. Ergo, I am handy with a rifle, in a pinch.
Perhaps coming here was a mistake.
All causality intercessors had these dramatic little code names. Presumably the idea was to make them feel mathematical, efficient, greater than.
Yes. With ample time to think, I've come to recognize I made an error.
Really? That is, an unprecedented statement for you. But do go ahead, I'm listening.
The last 20 years, the Order heedlessly stumbled. First, Antes invaded, then the Protectorate. We lost the Archive. Twice. Had your work continued, I believe we'd have remained closer to our true path. If I had ignored the Council's command. It was a mistake. I miscalculated.
If not for you, I'd be dead right now. And you were right to shut me down. My research was dangerous. A serious threat to the entire universe. I know this for certain now. I've run the numbers. Repeatedly. Had to do all my calculations long form, free of computronic assistance. Wouldn't advise it, but I've been here on my own for decades, and I remain a reasonable statistician. I calculated what might occur if my work was completed, and there is a troublingly high, statistically significant chance of things ending. Everything ending. Turns out a little knowledge is, in fact, a dangerous thing. I understand how that sounds, but I have spent years checking and rechecking each and every variable.
Comes with the job, I'm afraid. Never becomes easier. Anais, I'm afraid it's not that simple. When we shut down your work, it was... The Order stores all avenues of study deemed dangerous near here at a facility in Winter's Grasp.
Of all the bureaucratic... No. Marisol.
You're asking me to infiltrate a covert installation to destroy something that could likely end the universe.
I might need a little time to ready this place for unwell...
No, you should stay here.
I foresee a 4.7% chance of me complying with that. But...
hostile intentions. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
All will pay!
Check your scope for combatant analysis.
Better than...
Butchering it.
Combatant scan.
For Gary!
I'll handle this. Adversary vulnerabilities. Torpificator.
Torpification in progress.
Combatant scan.
You're
You try to limit further damage, Commander. Target! No target! Recharge for mayhem! Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Let me take a step. Ready!
Proceeding to attack. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Still recharging.
This might sting.
Fix on their weaknesses. Either restore my life or avenge my death. Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Vital. Self-preservation a priority.
Rival. Illuminate.
Step aside. Swine. This might sting. A lot.
targets at the moment. Mitigating the threat. Fortification in progress. I have a fix on their weaknesses.
For Gary!
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Oh, no way!
Check
Check your scopes for combat stun weapon ready, Commander.
I'm not just saying this because I take great joy in the killing of those who have betrayed me, but we should find some glorious dawn camp so I can send a message to my old friend. I guess there's something interesting housed within that imposing edifice.
Hurt like us.
Proceeding to attack. Enough! Locking them down.
Oh, on the wrist. This might sting. A lot.
lifeless bodies. Stop talking.
Enemy spotted. Negative. Recharge incomplete.
Let me.
Better than overtime. Rival eliminated.
Critical. Don't become a statistic, Commander. I will restore my life or avenge my death.
Employing a thorough and methodical explosive!
Investigating hostile intentions.
Cleared out.
Roll for torpification. Adversary.
Carefully reloading.
Stop talking.
Invasive
It'll take an engineer to figure this out, or a very lucky idiot.
I've encountered more than a few of these experimental weapons in my career. Messy, volatile, overpowered. Of course you want it, dear. Ratcheting up my aggression.
Ruin my life or avenge my death!
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Unfriendly company.
Disruptive influence! Not compete!
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Not my blood!
I'm alive. Who needs to die? Using substance generated by the rifts to make ammo. Seems fitting.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
The console provides.
I usually prefer fascination with technology. But I must admit, that was a delightful little heist. poser science cult encampment ahead.
Worthless bodies.
In the name of the architect, we are tasked with defending this glory. Glorious gateway from the heathens and ne'er-do-wells who would see its magnificence sullied. Remember, any who die defending the rifts, the greatest of the architects.
Investigating hostile intentions. Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Either restore my life or avenge my death.
Standing by to stupefy. Check your spiders are in the red, Commander.
Taking the fight out of them, locking them down.
That hurts benefits.
Back and stand. Don't become a
I'm alive. Finally. Maybe now I can get to the truth of this kill order nonsense. I just need to check our comms device for a coded message from my old acquaintance, Severin. I knew it! He wants to help me find out who's behind this. I sent a reply telling him to meet me here on Cloister. It's not too far and should be safe.
Our interstitial recap
does not compute. What more could you want? A smoky, sugary blend. Try bubblegum slims. Try bubblegum slims. It's the long slim smoke with the bubblegum filter. Two treats in one. A double thriller. I'm happy while your satisfaction doubles. No boring old smoke rings. You'll be blowing smoke bubbles. At home or at work, buy the pack or the case. Pick up your pace. It's bubblegum slims. Try bubblegum slims today. Ba-do-wop, ba-yada-ba, ba-do-bop, do-wop, ba-yada-da-da-da, do-do, ba-do, ba-do-ba-do-wop, do-bop, bop, 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 do-do, ba-do-ya, ba-ba-do-ba-do-wop, ba-ba-do-wop, 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 ba-do-wop, 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 do-wop, oh, bubblegum, 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 bubblegum. Rich tobacco, sweet at the end. What more could you want? A smoky, sugary blend. Try bubblegum slims. Try bubblegum From that first smooth inhale to the very last. Try bubblegum slims. Bubblegum slims, oh bubblegum slims. It's filled with flavor. Bubblegum slims, try slims. Today won't stop till the very last.
Amplified across the rings of Elysium. From the boardroom to the bottom rung, this is Wireless Free Arcadia. Official frequency of Auntie's Choice.
Salutations, Arcadia. Auntie Cleo here with a direct message to all Protectorate subjects listening in. I'm afraid you've been fed a lot of hooey about all of us at Auntie's Choice. Your so-called superiors would have you believe we're unscrupulous interlopers, intent on stealing the very bread off your plate. Tut-tut! No! Nothing could be farther from the truth. Listen to your auntie. They say they offer you direction, meaning, purpose. We say that's a fancy way of stating you're their slave. They say you're part of a community. We say you're just part of the herd. At Auntie's Choice, we respect the individual. We're providers, liberators, spreading free trade and self-betterment throughout the galaxy. As the head of our corporation, I'm here to tell you personally, it's never too late to rebrand and start anew. Join us, embrace freedom, revel in choice. Auntie's Choice.
Now,
resorting to violence.
This one always makes me pretend I have this.
Guys, wine is my thing.
Adversary vulnerabilities,
You know. On old house Eddie Pine, a mile beneath the midnight, way down in the mine. Sugar little small, forgot the hat was slow. The blast knocked off the miner's clock, but exposed the mother lode. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose parts on the job. Progress costs an arm, a leg, or sometimes even more. But that's what your auto doc discounts for. Not so long ago, on a tidally lagoon, some greenhorn tripped a valve in a chemical plant gloom. Brown sludge flooded the place that manager chanced the taste. He didn't survive, but now we've got instant for slow pay. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose parts on the job. Management regrets your loss, but hey, that's all when sometimes getting ahead means giving up a lens. One recent fiscal year to kick workers into gear. Auntie asked for a new stim that keeps minds crystal clear. Test subjects worked all day, but they shit out all their brave. Presenting lift-off laxative, hooray. Accidents happen, it's part of the job. Hats off to our workers who lose parts on the job. Progress costs an arm, a leg, sometimes even more. But that's what you're
merry melodies and prevailing conditions on the battlefield. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice.
Auntie's just the best choice. It's Auntie's Choice.
Building a better Eden, where the skilled and imaginative may rise. Why settle when you can thrive?
Here at Auntie's Choice, we've been hearing about the Protectorate's use of mental refreshment, and we have one thing to say. Is that it? No physical refreshment? Like the kind you feel from a sip of purpleberry fizzy tea, or from shopping our vast selections of remedies such as basic and acid. The body is just as important as the mind, and the body needs things like deep-fried cysty bits and mock apple shakes all day, every day. Come see Auntie, dearies. Auntie cares about you just a little bit more.
And now, back to it. This one reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate from Fairfield. A good day for personal freedom and fair trade.
Crab witch, a sandwich made from crab will make some mighty fine treats. Crab witch, a sandwich you want to eat. A crabble sandwich is so easy to eat, but only once our chemists process the meat to turn a bottom feeder into instant lunch.
I'll handle this. This might sting a lot.
Multiplicator at ready status.
Crabble can be more than just a frosting thing to do. Now it's good for me.
Reviving me. Proceeding to attack. Recharged for mayhem.
For Eddie!
Butcher.
For Eddie!
Try to limit further damage, Commander.
Hurt more!
Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
Dead soon. Don't try to make your own crabble repast. Trust me when I say that it'll be your last. So leave for crabble to your favorite aunt. It's better once it's passed through her industrial plant. Wild crabble's fine for a lubricant. If you heard you can't eat them, yup, it's true you can't. Crab witch, consume at your own risk. Crab witch, tastes almost decent. Crab witch, sandwich you want to eat.
Now, a catchy pitch for Auntie's products you simply can't live without. Your co-worker rivals get sleepy after consuming a full midday meal.
Not me. I stay hungry.
Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack. Whoever said humanity can't exist without water never met you. Auntie's Choice Stay Hungry Meal Pack. Featuring our finest pre-sliced bread and dehydrated water tablets. Specially designed to be eaten alone at your desk.
You need to make it through your day.
Show your supervisor you stay hungry.
Fine, fine. Let us proceed.
I don't know about you, but I could use something a little more upbeat right about now. Like this.
Purple-berry crunch, it's crispy and sweet, perfect for breakfast or an afternoon treat. Straight from the box or eat with lunch. There's always time for purple-berry crunch. The cake, because it is far more authentic that way. Purple-berry crunch is for you and for me, and as always it is very perfect for breakfast or an afternoon treat. Straight from the box, eat with lunch. There's always time for purple-berry crunch. Purple-berry crunch, filled with a cake, because it is far more authentic that way. Purple-berry crunch is for you and for me, and as always it is parasite-free.
That goes out to the dedicated employees of the Aggressive Acquisitions Department. Lost speed to all you brave soldiers.
So, you folk just drop into a war zone, find an empty building, and set up shop? Isn't that dangerous?
Yeah, pretty much. And yes, very. But the profit's worth it.
You aren't afraid of getting, I don't know, robbed or killed? Or probably both?
Tell me, is the reason you're here because we have decent food? If you kill or rob us, you'll be stuck with rations forever. Don't shoot the hand that feeds you. If you're looking to buy, head inside. Just don't cause any trouble.
Come in. Let me know if anything catches your eye. Line up pockets.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down.
Pick it up, plug it down. It's Fizzos, Fizzos, we love Fizzos, Fizzos, Spectrum Vodka.
Red and green and black and blue.
Milky white and orange too.
Yellow, even violet.
Spectrum makes you smile, yes.
Drink it down. Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down. It's Fizzos, Fizzos, we love
to
Fizzos,
take.
Fizzos, Spectrum Vodka.
Time for discounts.
You crave more colors through the gauntlet down.
Now Spectralizer comes around.
All the colors, don't overthink it.
Just tip it back and drink it.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down. Pick it up, tip it up, glug it down. Fizzo, 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 Spectrum vodka.
Now watching.
Drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it, drink it down.
Pick it up, tip it up, plug it down.
It's Fizzos, Fizzos, we love Fizzos, Fizzos, Spectrum vodka. It's Fizzos, Fizzos, we love Fizzos.
Time for discounts.
Available in mysterious murky brown.
Fizzos, Spectrum vodka.
Honest to goodness broadcasting for straight shooters across Arcadia. This is Wireless Free Arcadia.
Valued underlings, your anti-Cleo needs to spark some combustion under a few listless posteriors. Listen in dreadful anticipation to my latest demotions report, starting with Asta Fiskwich, senior copywriter in invasive marketing, whose sloganeering was a bit too Tau-Ceti for the vibrant Arcadian market. You've gone stale, Asta. We can't exactly skip drive you back home, so you're demoted to Assistant VP of Vending Stock. Let's see if you can keep the Sprat crisps fresher than your advertising copy. Next, Russell Crocker in Morale Management. Dress codes for everyone's benefit, Russ. No shoes, no smock, no whole-side office with an Elysium view. Wear something nice and solvent-proof for your new role as Executive Drainage Manager in Recreant Reclamations and Artificial Additives. Remember, dress for the job you have, Russ. And just to show there's no position too microscopic for Auntie's management, I'd like to highlight Assistant Waste Disposal Officer Potter Flanderbilt for a job not well done. The only airlocks fit
Let me
for
know
trash
if you're looking for anything in particular.
office. Nothing ruins a view like a constellation of cysty bits.
Making a profit? What else? War is very lucrative. Especially when you can sell to both sides.
Until next time, everybody do your jobs like your CEO is watching over your shoulder. Because I probably am. Bye now.
Now, on to other things. Now, here's a song to take your mind off your worries. Unless you're being hunted by a pack of raptidons or some such.
We've got your candy.
That's tobacco.
Come taste this candy.
That's tobacco.
If you started young, it's twice the fun. talking candy.
That's tobacco.
You love a candy.
That's tobacco.
If all that coughing bothers you, don't worry, you can chew it too. To get your candy.
That's tobacco.
Don't be a rude.
Smoke our tobacco.
It's what your friends all love to do. Behind your back, they make fun of you. So smoke that candy.
As tobacco.
Favorite candy.
It's tobacco.
Our medical experts recommend you buy a bunch and puff right in. Cause it's your
Tobacco.
You want your candy.
It's tobacco.
Delicious candy.
It's tobacco.
Get your candy.
That's tobacco.
You want your candy.
That's tobacco.
Candy, tobacco.
Run, don't walk to spend your hard-earned bits on these quality Auntie's goods or services. Our Recreant Reclamation and Artificial Additives Division has proudly announced its latest innovation. Slurry. A flavorsome artificial sweetener made from the reprocessed runoff of industrial facilities, plants, slaughterhouses, and stockyards. Not only does it save the company a fortune, it's so unnaturally sweet it's almost unbearable.
We believe so much in this cost-cutting measure, we're rushing it to market. Following a modicum of testing, slurry will soon be found in all of our food products.
The art in artificial.
What nature made accidentally, we created on purpose.
Moving on. This is for anyone out there who just lost out on a big promotion. Keep your chin up. Next time.
That's you and there's no doubt. Faster! Gonna keep you down and out. We say sweet things can be the best revenge. Raise your spirits high with liquid gun. You know you're shooting to the sun. You show that you can be stopped. So take your time and blow it. Throw back a shot and crow it.
watching.
Tuned to Wireless Free Arcadia, the best thing since sliced breadworm. Now with 110% more music, entertainment, news, and product placement. Stop and drop whatever you're doing. I have a bombshell bulletin regarding a
Feel free to use the workbench. Just don't break it. Feel free to use the workbench. Just don't break it.
Like reconnoitering for this scoop. They're doing the law's work, monitoring the Protectorate's mind-numbing wireless content. Such around-the-clock eavesdropping has paid a dividend. Hear the Protectorate's announcement of regime change straight from the console's soup hole. Roll tape.
Subjects, listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly, for I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, which I am, but as a simple man who wants nothing more than to defend his home and his neighbors.
Well, there you have it, folks. Protectorate under new management. And if you believe the Sovereign happily skipped away from his brain-scrubbed subjects' rabid adoration, well, I've got 10 sacks of gold sprat shit to peddle you. No, this stinks like a coup, top to bottom. Putting the consul in charge is like letting the canid guard the henhouse. But their chaos is our net gain. Top VPs are already ballparking initiatives to leverage the situation, which we shall continue to monitor and take great satisfaction from. Now, on to other things. Now for something a little different, tonally, if not thematically.
I'm yearning and yearning for you. My heart and revenue. Every last bit of my wage, every last bit that I'm paid, every last bit that I save is intended for you. Although the cost may be high, one day I know you'll be mine. Someday perhaps I'll own two. For now I'll take one that's brand new. 'Cause I'm yearning and yearning for you.
Free to take.
I've been yearning and burning for
Amplified across the rings of Elysium, from the boardroom to the bottom rung, this is Wireless Free Arcadia, official frequency of Auntie's Choice.
Salutations, Arcadia. Auntie Cleo here with a direct message to all Protectorate subjects listening in. I'm afraid you've been fed a lot of hooey about all of us at Auntie's Choice. Your so-called superiors would have you believe we're unscrupulous interlopers, intent on stealing the very bread off your plate. No, nothing could be farther from the truth. Listen to your auntie. They say they offer you direction, meaning, purpose. We say that's a fancy way of stating you're their slave. They say you're part of a community. We say you're just part of the herd. We respect the individual. We're providers, liberators, spreading free trade and self-betterment throughout the galaxy. As the head of our corporation, I'm here to tell you personally, it's necessary to rebrand and start anew. Join us, embrace freedom, revel in choice, and choice.
Okay, back to business. Alrighty then, it's well past time for more merry melodies.
Shake a cup of day that you wanna forget. Wake the next morning, not a trace of regret when you drink purple berry tequila. Make the most of what you are. Take a ride on that purple worm when you drink purple berry tequila. When you drink purple berry tequila.
Say, looking for big fruity flavor and plausible deniability for your own whereabouts? Then take a ride on the Purple Bread Worm with Purple Berry Tequila.
When you drink purple berry tequila.
It's loaded with additives and preservatives, made with 100% real artificial purple coloring, and has a little added kick to get you going in the morning.
Hostilities are afoot. Represent crime!
Purple berry tequila.
Yes, yes, it's the only tequila that'll pick you up and never let you down. Try Purple Berry Tequila today.
I was sponsored by Auntie's Choice Office of Munitions and Catering. Time to restock your arsenal? Planning a key business dinner or banquet event? They have everything you need in one place. This one reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate from Fairfield. A good day for personal freedom and fair trade.
Mobilizing.
Are you stuck on the ground? Impacted colon got you down. Well, trust anti-chemical. If we're better
What a massacre. We missed it.
fly free. No longer does my pack intestine dictate where I have to be. Oh, lift off, take wing. Don't flounder at the bottom. Be a raptor in the slipstream. Fly free. No longer does my packed in.
Yeah.
Impacted colon got you down. Well, trust Auntie's chemical.
That popular favorite was requested by Carlson Fidel, thinking of their family in Halcyon. Let's hope our war of liberation brings the brave employees of said colony the products they need to survive in time. This one always makes me pretend I have the sun in my eyes.
Message to all Protectorate subjects listening in. I'm afraid you've been fed a lot of hooey about all of us at Auntie's Choice. Your so-called superiors would have you believe we're unscrupulous interlopers, intent on stealing the very bread off your plate. Tut-tut! No! Nothing could be farther from the truth. Listen to your Auntie. They say they offer you direction, meaning, purpose. We say that's a fancy way of stating you're their slave. They say you're part of a community. We say you're just part of the herd. At Auntie's Choice, we respect the individual. We're providers, liberators, spreading free trade and self-betterment throughout the galaxy. As the head of our corporation, I'm here to tell you personally, it's never too late to rebrand and start anew. Join us, embrace freedom, revel in choice. Auntie's Choice.
Okay, back to business. All right, it's well past time for more merry melodies.
I'm looking for a meal that doesn't leave me feeling hollow. Don't want to do no cooking. All I want to do is swallow. Hey, here's a fancy can. Wow, it's a real beauty. Let's see what's inside and get back to our duty. Forced first, oh, forced first. It's not the worst unless it's forced worst. Forced first, oh, forced first. Can today. Tongues to sweet meats, lungs to hearts. They use all the tastiest parts. Ears to hocks and rears to tits. Efficient meals means we make more bits. Forced worst, oh forced worst. It's not the worst unless it's forced worst. Forced worst, oh forced worst. Grab a can today. No coarse pores, bristles poking our gums. With their proprietary whisker extraction, pulverized bones means the food cracking crunch. We gobble it down and get back to the action.
Didn't see you there.
You caught us taking 5 between our 10-hour shifts.
You know, working the assembly line makes for a powerful hunger. So when we need to relight our thrusters, we don't slow roll fancy, holy cow, fillet, mignon. No, sir. We crack open a tin horse first. Nothing like an instant, soft serving of feral pork paste to boost productivity to full burn in those small hours. All right, enough yapping. Time is bits. Back to the factory floor.
Snout to tail, it's all included. It ain't the worst till it's extruded. From factory bags into my tummy. Who knew meat-based could taste so yummy? Borstwurst, oh Borstwurst, it's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst, Borstwurst, oh Borstwurst. Grab a can today. Don't be a shirker. Don't be a slug. Grab a can and get back on the job with Borstwurst. Borstwurst. It's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst.
Next up, the real reason wireless-free Arcadia exists. Advertising.
Andy's Choice Chum Bar is a delicious new food-adjacent snack from the maker of syrups and spectrum leavings.
Chum Bar is made from the finest coagulated slurry of both animal and vegetable byproducts.
Including but not limited to borscht entrails, sprat organs, salt tuna skin, nanner peels, and tobacco husks for the perfect combination of crunchy and chewy.
Try it today.
And buy an extra bar to share the chum.
Yes, well, enough of that, I suppose.
Now for something a little different, tonally, if not thematically.
Crab witch, a sandwich made from crab will make some mighty fun. Crab witch, a sandwich you want to eat. A crabble sandwich is so easy to eat, but only once our chemist Christian's process need to turn a bottom feeder into instant lunch. It's quite the branding feat. So grab a crab because it can't be beat. Best of all, this tasty flesh is deemed safe to eat. Crabble can be more than just a solvent-based glue. Now it's good for me and you. Crab witch, a sandwich made with crabble makes a mighty fine treat. Crab witch, it's a sandwich you want to eat.
end up dead soon. Don't try to make your own Crabblery pass. Trust me when I say that it'll be your last. So leave for Scrabble to your favorite aunt. It's better once it's passed through her industrial plant. Wild Crabble's fine for a lubricant. If you heard you can't eat them, yup, it's true you can't. Crab Witch, consume at your own risk. Crab Witch, it tastes almost decent. Crab Witch, it's the sandwich you want to eat.
You're tuned to Wireless Free Arcadia, the best thing since sliced breadworm. Now with 110% more music, entertainment, news, and product placement. Stop and drop whatever you're doing. I have a bombshell bulletin regarding a... Stop and drop whatever you're doing. I have a bombshell bulletin regarding a management shakeup in the Protectorate. The Sovereign is out, the Consul is in. We can thank our Office of Competitive Analysis and Artful Reconnoitering for this scoop. They're doing the law's work monitoring the Protectorate's mind-numbing wireless content. Such around-the-clock eavesdropping has paid a dividend. Hear the Protectorate's announcement of regime change straight from the Consul.
Subjects, listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly, for I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, which I am, but as a simple man who wants nothing more than to defend his home and his neighbors.
Well, there you have it, folks. Protectorate under new management. And if you believe the Sovereign happily skipped away from his brain-scrubbed subjects' rabid adoration, well, I've got 10 sacks of gold sprat shit to peddle you. No, this stinks like a coup, top to bottom. Putting the Consul in charge is like letting the Canid guard the henhouse. But their chaos is our net gain. Top VPs are already ballparking initiatives to leverage the situation, which we shall continue to monitor and take great satisfaction from. Now, on to other things. This is one of my favorites. Though, admittedly,
You bring a cult. I hope this isn't a sign you've lost your nerve. Or are you planning on removing the
Cultists in Newton? As much as I'd welcome the bloodshed, it may be wise for me to avoid members of the Dawn until I get their treachery sorted.
The purveyor of convictions? Not possible. She's too public.
Impact a colon got you down. Well, trust Auntie's chemical purge is for better than natural cures. Oh, lift off, fly free. No longer does my packed intestine dictate where I have to be. Oh, lift off, take wings. Don't flounder at the bottom. Be a raptor in the slipstream.
Were there an experiment being conducted here involving any kind of medicament? Confirming its existence would compromise it. I think it would be best if you abandoned this line of questioning and focused on your initial concern. Though it chagrins me to be unable to help, you should speak with Laureate Beckett. If there's nothing else so pressing to discuss, I'd like to return to my work.
That fixes all your ills. Oh, lift off, fly free. No longer does my packed intestine dictate where I have to be. Oh, lift off, break free. Once again, be a go-getter. Climb the ladder with impressive speed.
If you need to discharge any sputum, I ask you kindly aim such accretions away from my general direction. Thank you. No, not asleep. Merely waiting.
That goes out to the dedicated employees of the Aggressive Acquisitions Department. Lost speed to all you brave soldiers fighting on behalf.
I can assure you that of my numerous psychic afflictions, narcolepsy is not one of them. Would that it were, but no. Sometime last year, I predetermined an occasion of momentous import would happen today, right here, at these very coordinates.
There was a lonesome boy with a hapless frown, whose luck spun around when he came to town. A marketeer who was spotted him with nothing to lose. I love the boy.
Indeed you are. All figures have value in the universal equation, although, upon immediate reflection, I don't think that's what you meant. Leslie Beckett, Oracle Laureate, Seer Supreme, leader of the Department of Predictive Analysis, and not terribly good at informal introductions, evidently. Forgive me if I don't shake hands. I prefer to keep my skin microbiome free of exogenetic cells. You understand? But now, if I'm not mistaken, you must be the agent we've been expecting. I knew loitering at this location would yield I don't suppose you've stumbled upon any of our excogitation chapels. Excogitation chapels are order residencies where one can meditate in solitude prior to the war. Such focused study led to all manner of breakthroughs, with audio logs routinely kept by the scientician in residence. In these unprecedented times, such logs could harbor hidden wisdom. However, with the war on, I've sadly been unable to get my hands on the last of these recordings. All confidential, I'm afraid. Many are still under peer review, but I can assure you, their value is commensurate with... Oh no, I couldn't possibly ask you to endanger yourself by However, if you happened upon... By my reckoning, the amount of logs to be collected is 4. You have that? 4. No more. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
With impeccable style, the perfect poster boy. Oh, can't you see? Yes, he's a tribute to...
Impossible, I'm afraid. The Protectorate is rather well entrenched, and if you're determined, I recommend consulting with the presiding bishop on them. Oh, yes, I'm aware. Better to know the spy in our midst than receive her. Besides, Miss Doyle's harmless. And she serves the best convictions at the parlor, bar none. If you've already spoken with her about the experiment, as you have cleverly sussed out, Laplace's garden is the subject of an experiment into social conditioning, or curating, if you will, through the use of therapeutic. We have been administering a pharmaceutical to the population of the garden via the water supply that aid. It's odorless, harmless. Well, apart from the withdrawal, but I can assure you we have our best minds working on that little issue. Minor complication at worst. Irritation, paranoia, increased desire to gamble. Oddly enough, all manner. We are increasingly operating with fewer resources, however, and most regrettably, we've had to eject. In a plan-perfected universe, we would have ample time to wean participants off perspective before sending them out the garden. But, alas, we do not live in that universe. Yet.
Anti-Cleo here with a direct message to all Protectorate subjects listening in. I'm afraid you've been fed a lot.
Fortunately, your discomfort is not a determining factor in the continuation. At any rate, I have no interest in debating the ethics. But now, where were we? Oh, yes. The spy.
Stealing the very bread off your plate. Tut tut! No!
Has she now? Little ahead of schedule. You should do as she asks. Get her that sample.
They say they offer you direction, meaning, purpose. We say that's a fancy way of stating you're their slave. They say you're part of a community. We say you're just...
This is an unparalleled opportunity to see the shape of... After collecting the sample, mix it with this liquid tracer. It'll make the drug functionally inert and allow us to track it wherever it shows up next.
Corporation, I'm here to tell you personally. It's
Not as such. Not at the moment. However, let me put it this way. Any potential for I did not become the Oracle Laureate by getting... Here, take this key. It will grant you access to water reconditioning, which you can find on the eastern side of the garden. You will also need this passcode.
Goodbye.
Purple Crunch, it's crispy and sweet, perfect for breakfast or an afternoon treat. Straight from the box or eaten with lunch. There's always time for Purple Berry Crunch. Purple Berry Crunch is spelled with a K because it is far more authentic that way. Purple Berry Crunch is for you and for me, and it's always parasite free. Perfect for breakfast or an afternoon treat. Straight from the box or eaten with lunch. There's always time for Purple Berry Crunch. Purple Berry Crunch, spelled with a K, because it is far more authentic that way. Purple Berry Crunch is for you and for me.
Time for discounts.
Parasite free.
This special episode of Big Game Hunter is a repeat broadcast from Praetor, presented in memoriam
I
of
hope
the
you have good news for me.
killed in the field just 1 week from promotion.
I'm Pierce Huntley, VP of Xenobiological Exploitation. For the past fiscal year, I've been on a profit safari across the Arcadia system, helping everyone from lower management to members of the board tap into each...
I knew I had the right person for the job. You've saved me quite the headache. Your reward, as promised.
Watch out for its tusks!
Aw, wondering if you'll ever... I'll remain in the garden a little while longer, but it would be best if... But who knows? The plan mystifies...
Can't afford it. But what doesn't kill you boosts your net worth. This is Big Gain Hunter. Brought to you by Auntie's Choice Antibiotics. The burning means it's probably working. I'm on Praetor. A minuscule moon with maximum profit potential. Rich with high-value facilities ripe for acquisitioning. Just one hitch. This place is a mite unsafe. Perpetually dark. Razor-like terrain. One wrong step and you'll stub your toe and slice it off. Dangers in the air here. Literally. The atmosphere is electrified. In related news, I couldn't be happier to announce this episode is my last time in the field. Yep, old Pierce Huntley has been called up the ladder, promoted to a cushy desk job in head office tower. Let someone else tromp around in the bush. I'm officially too important. Let's just hustle up, get off this law-forsaken rock. Praetor's biggest danger is its wildlife. Predators here leverage the dark to lure prey. Kind of bio-light show. Neat trick, sure. Yet they're small fry compared to something else. Something big and fast, with a keen appetite and an ornery disposition.
My friend, I anticipated simple maintenance. But what you've done is pure, architect-inspired artistry. This level of fine-tuning to the voltage monitoring system is breathtaking. Such magnificent work is most definitely worthy of a reward. Truly, the plan has provided by sending you to my aid. That is most unfortunate, but at least his sacrifice did help improve the operations per millisecond. I will include his name in the records for this repair.
Distant sightings offer scant details. Some say the creature is bird-like. Others reckon it's simian, a monkey's bigger, meaner uncle. We do know the creature gets the drop on victims, literally falls out of the sky. Seems like a good candidate for our biological weapons program if we could rope one for study. So join me and my security team as we look under every rock and atop every crag. Shoot it! Shoot it! Shoot the void damn thing! Ah!
And that was the final episode of Big Gain Hunter. In related news for you venturesome souls, we're still accepting applications for a VP of Xenobiological Exploitation. Required skills include passing knowledge of Arcadian fauna, broadcast skills a plus, also a decent time on the 100-yard sprint. More quality broadcasting coming right up. This one reminds me of the morning we drove the Protectorate. From Fairfield. A good day for personal freedom and fair trade.
The flavor that lasts and the taste you can't pop from that first smooth inhale to the very last. Try bubblegum slims. Try bubblegum slims.
The rich tobacco sweet. And what more could you want?
A smoky, sugary blend. Try bubblegum slims. Try bubblegum slims. It's the long slim smoke with the bubblegum filter. It's 2 treats in 1. A double filter. So make your mouth happy while your satisfaction. No boring
over here.
You'll be blowing smoke bubbles.
You. I don't know you, but you, I do. It's good to see you, Asa. It's me, Severin. You know, I've never been to Cloister before. It's cold.
What is wrong with you? Boy, damn it! Did they mentally refresh you?
No, let's just say I'm well lubricated. You tried the new Prestige gin? It helps when you have to do something you really don't... Yes, there are a bunch of sentinels in hiding. When I give the word, they're to execute both of you.
Not before I mentally refresh your brain pan with my knife.
Maybe I deserve to be. I didn't want to do this. I guess I shouldn't have questioned the kill order so loudly. It was she summoned me, knew of the message I'd sent, said I'd ruined everything. To save myself, say, I'm sorry, Asa.
Absolutely not. We don't need his help. We should just kill him and get on with the Sentinel killing. If we die, at least I'll be taking a great many of them with us. Did you not hear me?
No. Sentinels! Target confirmed!
Would not refuse medical support.
And a taste you can't top from that first food in hay. Try bubblegum slims.
Better than overtime.
Bubblegum slims. It's mint flavor bubblegum slims. Try slims.
Poor Gary!
Stop till the very
Now, a catchy pitch for Auntie's products you simply can't live without.
Where's
Hold out there,
our
friend.
boss?
That way's a minefield.
Have it, danger. Get up and go get her.
Hazard
That's
benefits!
the sound of throwing caution to the wind. While those wait for permission.
For Auntie!
My own luck. Don't follow the herd. Eat Purple Berry Crunch by Auntie's Choice. Every flavor-filled morsel
Oh,
has
babe!
the tenacity you need to succeed. Are you a get-up-and-go-getter?
Fine. Let us proceed.
I don't know about you, but I can do something a little more upbeat right about now. Like this.
I can't believe the Exalted Leader sent Severin as bait. Not to mention betraying the Dawn to save her own life. What a coward. The unspeakable things I will do when I find her. Well, once I find her. The Exalted... No, I won't refer to her as such any longer. Dagmar continually moved around for safety. She always initiated contact with me. We do know that she was in league with the Sentinels, though. There's nothing of it but to get ourselves inside their headquarters on Praetor. We'll track her by accessing their comm system. Couldn't have said it better myself. Fortunately, we don't need to worry about hacking them. Well, we won't need your expertise. You see, I stole their access codes when I was younger, but never had the nerve or call to use them. Once we do, they'll become unusable, as they'll set off all sorts of alarms. Her? How could she betray? And out of all the cultists, she elevated me to the highest rank in the Dawn. She was my supervisor. I was just a lowly scientist. And when she saw my pain, she looked into my background. It was then that she recruited me. And why is that so difficult to believe? Ironically, I used my closed-minded scientific rigor as a defense from the unbridled intelligence that tormented me when I was younger. We were both Rift researchers. It's how she discovered the truth about them. Which was when she saw my psychological profile from when... But my parents were the paranoia the Protectorate creates in its subjects crowds everything. They were terrified that my behavior would lead people to start looking at them askance. You remember I told you they were vigilant? They could have helped me in numerous ways, ways lesser subjects' parents couldn't. But they did nothing. My existence was always bleak, joyless, without... She gave me a life. A family. Or so I thought. Thank you. But Dagmar has shown me I can't depend on anyone. I have to let my beliefs guide me now. It's hard to explain, but outside of the lab, thinking only ever confused me. I depend on the Dawn's beliefs. Without them, I would, and I won't.
junction of opportunity and runaway gumption, you'll hear wireless-free Arcadia, featuring product advertisements specifically tailored to free-thinking individuals.
You're back. Find them supplies yet?
We take a moment.
Merciful law, I reckon the troops will be glad. Here's your pay, plus the hazard pay as agreed. Thanks again.
Space is the gateway to the archive. Occupying it would get our boot back in the door. Unfortunately, that door is currently locked and bolted by the Protectorate. We held the archive once. With a little proactivity and possibly some outsourcing, we can do it again. Taking Spyreton is just one step in the process. Participation is mandatory. Now, on to other things. Next up, something reasonably peppy. Please consult your employee handbook to determine if dancing is presently allowed.
Sir, the extra food drop has landed somewhere off target over in Order territory. Exactly where I wanted it. They act all right.
I seriously question the structural integrity of that bridge.
We've got your candy. That's tobacco.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Not compete!
This might sting. Target analyzed. Lay down vital. Don't become a terrorist, Commander. Medics, please.
Change!
Not feasible in my current state.
On the risk. Step aside. You're just not prepared for mayhem.
Don't worry.
All will pay!
Thank you.
Follow the risk. This might sting a lot.
For Gary!
It's what your friends all love.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
They make fun.
And your benefits!